paper, explain to us how the superior general of the Jesuit order rules the world, how he's the most powerful man in the world.
Well, I mean, at one time, I would say maybe that would have been true when I was a little dumber. But I mean, the new guy's name is Adolfo Nicholas. So, besides, they play a part. I don't think that they're, you could consider me a black pope. I think they're controlled just like the Zionists are controlled. You know what I mean? They're just another organization. But as far as education, I mean, they play a major role in controlling the educational system, and from Africa to fucking China to Georgetown to wherever. I mean, they're all over the place.
Houston, Texas.
And they work in Houston, Texas. Joe Blow knows. The Father Coleman. You know?
But who do they answer to then?
Well, that's a good question.
All these organizations got to have a boss.
Absolutely. Nobody knows who.
Exactly. There you go. The gods of the material, you know?
The computer.
Following in the ways of
the computer runs everything. What are you kidding me? How, motherfucker? How? IBM.
Oh, you sound like that guy of the Glenn Keely fame. What's that?
There isn't a whole lot of computers after the second.
The two computers, Jackim and Boaz, that live 100.
Yeah, but your whole life is computerized, though. Even the nuclear missile silos are computerized. So what is the computer? You're a chemical computer.
You know what isn't? Germs.
The system. It's all the system. To your computer system, it's all the system. You live in the system, dog. The matrix is realer than you think. Okay, but like, who created the computers and who controls these computers that control us? It's a good question. I mean, you can only go off what you can prove as far as, there's older histories that we don't know about. I mean, fuck it, aliens. How about that? That's who it is. It's aliens.
You know what? I haven't seen one yet. I don't know,
but I know it.
Actually, on ConCen recently, there was an interesting article about Aryans being a term for the aliens from Mars. I found that a good read.
That's old. You know? That's from Blavatsky. That's like
it's
really.
It's the troglodytes, motherfucker. That's
Exactly. Well, I mean, things like this are not that improbable. You know, I mean,
no, but if you look into the old writings, though, there were people that lived in the caves and came down with knowledges because they stayed in the cave. So shit is going way back before 10,000 years. What they'll tell you before the last ice age. I mean, all of this shit.
I know stuff before 10,000, but no one will listen to that because there's no documentation. I can't.
Well, then I won't believe you.
Documentation on aliens either, though. Except all disinformation that the military put out. Even Bill Cooper.
You're starting to get areas like where you start going into visions. We get people like Case and stuff who are able to see into previous timelines, and then later on they go and they start finding the pyramids where he said they would be in South America.
You take all that shit on buried though. How do you know?
Hey, you know what? When 3 or 4 guys who can't know each other over a course of 500 years come up with the same shit.
Want to join my organization?
Okay, Neek, man, on a previous episode, you and I had discussed Casey and how he was the leading figure in establishing the New Age movement within America. I don't think you appreciated what a strong effect he had on the American population. Now you hope you do by seeing Deathanyl.
Yeah.
Hey, his shit.
I don't believe in it like a case at all. I think he was a shyster.
It's big time, man. I really went through the history. This guy was like a total scam artist, man. It was like obvious to me, of course. But I'm going to say something. I'm very disappointed in all of y'all. You know why? We haven't discussed Alex Jones. You usually spend half the show bad-mouthing him. Let's just go through each of y'all and just reiterate what are your opinions of Alex Jones. Taras Bulba, what do you think of Alex Jones and what he's done recently?
I listened to a show that he did with Alan Watt about 2 weeks ago, and after listening to that show, I felt like splitting my wrist because they were talking so negative, and the topics that they brought up were so depressing. So I don't listen to him anymore because he doesn't uplift you; he just brings you down.
Yeah, because it's.
Well, let's go to Luca. Luca, what's your theory? Hey, Luca, what are your opinions?
See. The whole thing is Alan Watt tells you the truth, but then he does the same fucking thing. He downloads you just like fucking he says they do. And Alex Jones is the same way. They're all paid for, pre-packaged, mainstream commercial broadcasters giving you a bunch of bullshit to keep you in fear.
But they do give you a few kernels of truth.
Yeah, well, who cares? I can go find that on my own. I don't need them. I mean,
Luca's fucking great.
Yeah,
Luca, you need to have your own
a
fucking show, man. That's it right now.
honestly, see, people get lazy. They want to go. You know how many people I see that go to
But the sheeple aren't smart. They don't know how to research.
Yeah, well, maybe fucking they should start learning.
You gotta
Maybe
slap them in the face with the shit.
Yeah, well, like Alex Jones, right?
I don't know. I never heard the guy. I googled him once. He looks like an idiot. I didn't even listen to his show.
Yeah, he's got a fucking mental disorder. Don't listen to him.
Well, you know, a lot of your guys' radio people are truly only radio people, and I just don't like ugly people. So I mean, the fact they have shows where they get to make money off of that, and all their spout is tripe.
Who owns the radio? All you gotta see is who follow the money.
That's
and
right.
then you're gonna see who's the boss.
Radios,
ABC,
all the
Disney.
radio stations somehow are owned by a Jew because they control who gets
but again,
licenses.
it was given to them though as well. The system is older than Jews, homie. Way older than Jews. I mean, yeah, they play a pivotal role.
You're right. They're using the system given to them by the Anunnaki, who used us as slaves.
Damn, see, now you sound like Sitchin. See, this is CIA talk. Be careful with this guy.
But how many? How many Anunnaki live amongst us?
None. They've been banished. Your little reptilians are your real threat now. Not that they're like what you guys probably think of them as, but the reptilians are just humans who know more. And they've always lived here.
How many of them are around? How many of them are around?
And they're the ones that truly rule your, groups of other power people.
What are you reading?
That's my own theory. That part.
Is that classified?
I don't know. Pardon?
He asked you if it's classified. Where you get this information from?
No.
So how many reptilian people are there?
They have to answer to someone, right? No matter what, and that someone's gonna be buffer than them and have shit that even they want to keep them in control. So, off-worlders or people who are on this world who have a lot more goodies. Now, the South is the good guys, but anyone who has been to Antarctica, and has spent any time there and stuff, I definitely say if you ever get a chance to waste 2 months of your life, go down there, check it out.
Yeah, Antarctica is definitely something to keep your eye on because they're definitely doing shit down there and they don't want you to know.
They sure are, my friends. They sure are. I spent a shore leave there for a month, and it's solidified all of my beliefs. Every one of them.
They got doomsday vaults down there, just like in Greenland and Iceland.
Okay, so what you see in Antarctica during your month's stay?
Well, it's not one of those things that I could ever say I saw and have any kind of relevance. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Okay, elaborate a bit. Elaborate. Enlighten me.
Well, I mean, it's not a barren piece of ice. I mean, there are more than just what you see on a map there. There's a reason why Google Map has several areas blacked out.
Are there forests there?
You know what? Everybody shut the fuck. I gotta ask Neek. Neek is. I don't trust you, Deathanyl. Neek, man.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You're like, what do you know? I consider Neek. I consider you like my database, man, library. What do you know about Antarctica? Like, what is Deathanyl not mentioning to us that we should ask him?
You should ask him whether it was totally untrue that the first massive Nazi expedition down there was because they used so much whale fat in their manufacturing, and it was so expensive and hard to get because of what was going on during the Second World War that they were trying to see whether it was viable to get an outpost down there in order to hunt whales for their economy.
Okay, well, Deathanyl.
Can you sum it up for me? Because I'm hearing him hard. It's hard to hear.
Okay, I'll repeat it. Basically, he's saying during World War II, the Nazis were having problems getting whale fat, like for some military purpose, and they had gone down to Antarctica. What are you, hiding?
That's their only reason. That's the official line.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I have never even heard that line. I was under the understanding. Originally, the public story given to the Germans, who lived there during the time, was that it was to test military aircraft that could be used against the Allies. That they didn't want the Allies to be able to see or bomb. And so then they first annexed the land. They started building bases down there right away. They gave it a name, the flag. There's troop uniforms for the region. It wasn't just a whaling expedition. It was the last stand on this planet too.